I'm kind of optimistic for the year. What we went through seems like some really interesting films, some big bombs, but what does feel positive for the upcoming year is that it seems like the studios are like really trying to make a bunch of films. So, or interesting films. So that's all we can hope for. Welcome, everyone, to the Kinolime podcast. I am John Schramm.
Danny Murray.
We're in 2026. Danny, we made it. We're here.
I never thought this was
2025 was rough on so many levels.
Yeah, it really was.
And I'm not even talking about movies, but we'll do therapy session later. But we've turned the calendar. We're here. The Golden Globes just happened. You know, it's like a fresh start, like only optimism. It's like spring training in baseball. You know, it's like every team's going to make the playoffs and win the World Series, and then eventually reality will hit. But you know what? We're here. So let's break it down about what's going to happen in 2026. But first of all, let's just chat about some of the things you're optimistic for in this upcoming year.
Yeah, I think kind of just talking about what you just alluded to, which is so many of my favorite directors are making new movies and I don't know anything about them. And every new movie just theoretically sounds great. I just know the title. I'm not even reading log lines. I'm so excited for everything. Nothing is going to bomb this year. It's perfect.
Okay. So I'm going to push back immediately and say that I think that, you're, again, if I hear you correctly, you think this is going to be the big year for the box office?
I think that this year has to be the best year since COVID, right? There's a big tentpole release from seemingly every franchise you could ever think of, right? We have like the culmination of the Dunes. We have a new Avengers.
I can't wait for the Dunes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mira. But yeah, I hear you. And when you look at the slate of films that coming out, I mean, it's pretty massive. Like there's a lot of big hits coming, like, Super Mario Brothers movie, Avengers, Spider-Man. Like it's every month there seems to be like a really like big punch that's gonna like hopefully take over. But I gotta be honest, I'm not that optimistic for the year. Now, I think it's going to be a correction maybe of the market, but I don't see this being the year the box office comes back. I really feel that the Netflix, all the streaming services, we're not going to see true blockbuster hits anymore like we're kind of used to. I still think you're going to have the tentpole films that save the business and the animated movies, but I think we're going to see those $40 to $80 million movies, the dramas, like really disappear from theatrical. I don't know if we're going to have another one battle after another type of hit this year. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just kind of
calling it a hit.
Yeah. It is a hit. It's going to be kind of just a meh year, but you think it's going to be great.
Yeah. Well,
tell me why.
I think you're right in a lot of what you said, where what we've kind of seen the studios do is like they've stratified films to the point where pretty much every big release this year is like what you said, $80-90 million plus movie, right? So like the studios have in a lot of ways kind of given up that mid-budget, that low-budget film that might play in theaters. And there's a lot of good reasons for that, right?
I understand. And we get it. Go. So tell us why. Sorry.
Oh, no. Yeah. So like, I kind of think what you're saying where, because of this merger, what's going to kind of come from this? What's going to come from the theatrical experience? Barring like unforeseen just lack of regulatory approval window that you usually see, it's like 12 to 18 months most of the time. We're going to have something that I think is, while the studios kind of give up on mid-budget and low-budget films for theatrical plays, we're seeing a lot of these kind of new buyers and distributors the last couple of years. We have Aroke, we have Black Bear came out of nowhere at TIFF, and a lot of smaller boutique specialty distributors. I think while kind of the Neons and the A24s and the movies of the world start to mature, we see their movies start to pick up into like, all the films they're releasing now are for the most part $10 million plus movies. I think there's going to be a real window while that merger is taking place for a groundswell of new independent distributors.
From your lips to God's ears, I hope that happens.
Yeah.
I just have a gut feeling like this is going to be, Reaganomics, top-down capitalism. It's going to be very top-heavy for the bulk of the, box office draw. I still think we're going to see attendance per capita flat, if not down this year, which is kind of an indicator for me. But again, like, what do we know? We're just two, guys talking about films. Let's get into the nitty gritty of the actual films themselves, right? Because whatever, we can play this exercise all day, but let's talk about the movies that are going to make 2026. I want to know, Danny, 5 of the films you're most excited for this year.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little list here. I think, like, for me, because again, like, something we had kind of been referring to, like, there is a lot of inhibitors right now to being able to see these type of movies, right? We have the strikes. We don't know what's going to come from the merger. We don't know what's going to kind of come from AI and all these other things.
Which we'll get into.
However, what we do have right now that's really exciting is we have a window where these great low and mid-budget movies are still being made, and we don't really know how.
Tell the audience how excited you are, right there.
They're great. And like, I think the movie I'm most excited for, because I loved her second feature so much, is going to be Jane Schubrun's follow-up to I Saw the TV Glow. It's called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
All right.
I don't know anything about it. It's going to rock. I think the lead
Great
from
title,
Hacks is in it.
Great title.
It's going to be off the rails. I'm going to love it. I would be so surprised if this isn't one of my favorites of the year.
All right, I'm going to go with, and I'm not going to do the obvious picks, which we'll get into, The Odyssey and Spider-Man, which those are 2 of my most anticipated films. But I'm really excited for Michael, the Michael Jackson film.
I knew you were gonna.
I gotta be honest. Like, I don't know if it's his nephew or whoever. Like, first of all, looks incredible. He looks kind of like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I think with Anton Fuqua, like, it's gonna be a fun movie. Look, will it be a little bit of fluff? I don't know if they're gonna go deep into.
Do you think they're gonna talk about it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna talk about. But I think
probably not.
I mean, but besides that stuff,
yeah,
I still say, like, Michael Jackson was the greatest pop star that ever lived, right? Like, what he did culturally, philanthropically, musically. I think he had the Guinness Book of World Records at some point for the most philanthropic celebrity. And you could fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure he did. Gave away a lot of money. We're not going to get into that other stuff. But I think the film is going to be great because just musically, his music journey was incredible and, like, unmatched. So I'm excited for Michael.
It's funny that's one of my least. I think that is gonna.
And I hate biopics. I'm sorry, I really don't.
I hate the musical biopic. Yeah.
For some reason, I'm really excited for Michael. Fight me.
Okay, fair enough.
What do you got next? What are you excited for?
Next, one of my favorite filmmakers. He's made one movie. He has a great TV show. Hasn't made a feature in 10 years. Boots Riley is coming up with a follow-up to Sorry to Bother You, called I Love Boosters. It's about this group of, like, retail workers that are trying to take down some sort of fashion maven. That's all I know about it. Naomi Aki, I love her. Lakeith Stanfield's one of my favorite actors.
You love him.
Keke Palmer, who was in One of Them Days and Amazing. It's going to be great. It's going to be so great. It's going to
be fun for sure.
Again, another movie that if I don't see it, like, at least 3 times in theaters, I'm going to be extremely appalled. I cannot wait for that.
I'm going to go big budget tentpole film for my next one. I'm going to say Disclosure Day.
That's mine as
because,
well.
I don't know, for some reason, I'm getting the feels that this is, like, return to form. Not that he ever really left, but it's like, I feel like we're going to get maybe vintage Spielberg. We're going to get that, like, Close Encounters. I don't know. I've just, something about this. I think I only watched the trailer once. I'm really not trying to watch the trailer on that one, but I don't know. The dude's still, like, hitting them. He's like Scorsese. They just, like, every movie they touch, like, is not bad.
Especially because he just did The Fabelmans, and he did his big personal film, and now he's like, time to make a $300 million movie about space and, humanity's purpose and, God. It's going to be so amazing.
I'm so pumped for Disclosure Day.
I cannot wait.
All right. We're going to stick to 3 because we got a lot to talk about. What's your last most anticipated film of the year?
When Mike Leigh makes a new movie, you don't know anything about it. You don't know who's in it, what the plot is, until he wants you to.
Okay.
So I am really excited for Mike Leigh's new movie, Untitled Mike Leigh Movie 2026.
What's better title than that?
There's no director that knows how to work with casts and, like, truly evoke the spirit of a character on screen more than this guy. Watch Secrets and Lies, watch Hard Truths, watch any of his movies. They will blow you away. I cannot wait.
I'm excited because he's great.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that one. But my last film of 2026 that I'm excited for, and I'll go less expected. I saw the trailer recently. I actually don't think the movie's going to be good, but I'm really hoping that it is. I'm excited for Death of Robin Hood with Hugh Jackman as like an aged Robin Hood gruff. It's like Wolverine, but like, Robin Hood. I don't know. It kind of looks dope. He is a fantastic actor. It's A24, so we don't know what we're going to get out of that. But I feel like that's a film, like if done well, could be super, super dope.
Yeah. It's weird that like in the last couple of years, right, A24 went from making like their massive swing would be, like a $20 million movie. And now they're just doing like Hugh Jackman epics, which is great.
Well,
Good
everything
for them.
everywhere all at once really, I think, changed,
Oh, yeah.
how they
And
proceed.
then Civil War even
So,
more.
yeah.
And then
All right, let's talk about 3 movies we're not excited for. I think we're definitely going to align on one of these.
oh my God, that we're not excited for.
Not excited for.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Michael.
All right, he's not excited for Michael. There you go.
Isn't it split into 2 parts and they've been editing it and there's been so many production issues.
He's not excited for it, folks. We get it.
And like the immediate backlash, because I mean, you just see where that one's going, right? Sure. I hate the musical biopic. I don't care. Stop making them, please. Don't give anyone an Oscar for this movie. I don't care how good it is. You should be disqualified from awards if you're in a musical biopic. So lame.
Okay.
Sorry, John.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite aggressive. What I am not excited for, and this is a tough one for someone to hear named Mira. I am not excited for Dune 3, Part 3.
You're not excited for any.
I'm not
excited.
excited.
Dunes.
I got to be honest. The first Dune, I was kind of excited for.
Sure.
Really did not like the second film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not excited for this whatsoever. I'll probably have to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I have to watch it. It'll be visually great. The score will be whatever. It's gonna have the Denis Villeneuve like no emotional touch. It's just gonna be. I mean, I think
we're pretty aligned.
We're pretty aligned on
Yeah.
that. Sorry, Dune fans, not excited for Dune 3.
Mm-hmm.
D, what's your second one?
I'm just. It's not even that I'm not excited for, but I'm more so just terrified about. Which is Doomsday. Like they're not even going to get IMAX screens. Dune has the IMAX formats. Like they're coming out on the same day, and I really think that if this thing is not a sort of epic end game level box office smash, like I don't know what Marvel's going to do.
Sure.
Or right, like yeah, in a lot of ways, I'm kind of terrified and not very excited for it, but I will go see it.
I am not excited for The Bride.
Really?
No, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a bomb, and we'll get into our predictions later. I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen so far, nothing's really striking me. It's super funky and weird, but I just saw a really great Frankenstein movie, which, by the way, was super underrated. And I'm just not excited for The Bride, but, again, one of those things I'll have to see. All right, D, your last pick.
Man, that I'm not excited for. You know what? I hate to say it.
I know.
I'm not that excited for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2, Adventures of Cliff Booth. I'm really, I don't know. It's not, I wasn't huge on Fincher's last one. And like.
You mean Tarantino?
No, Fincher is directing this.
He's directing this?
Yeah. Because, Quentin Tarantino has like 10 movies, that's it. So he's just kind of petrified of making anything.
That's pretty interesting.
It sounds really, it's going to be cool. It's Fincher and Tarantino. But I think like if this would have come out, it's this other thing I'm not that excited about. And I know it's still like original film, all that, but like I would like those guys to be working on films that are not sequels. Sure. I'm sorry. Like you are 2 blank check directors. Please go make something else.
The last thing that I'm not excited for is the Mandalorian film. I don't know. Like years later, they should have done this like at the height of its popularity. But I just am not. Nothing in that trailer excited me. There was one shot of him jumping up in the air and like looked really cool. But Favreau, I don't know. Does he have the energy to do it? We'll see. I'm not really excited for it. I feel like that's fatigued.
I kind of like that our tones got really disappointed as we
all right, but enough of being glib. What we're going to do now is we're going to go through the upcoming slate of films for 2026. I'm going to name a film. We're going to talk about whether we think it's going to be good or not. And then if anyone at home disagrees with our list, hit us up, go in the comments, really debate with us politely. We want to hear from you. We want to see what you think of our takes, what you think the film is going to do. We really love to hear from you because we don't know everything. We just, we have to rely on our input and data. All right, but let's go through it.
And then also quickly, there's something important about this. As we kind of talk through these films, we're going to just identify it quickly if it's a hit or a bomb. The bomb, Twin Peaks: The Return, Episode 8. We have our nuclear strike. Way better than Oppenheimer's. This means it's a bomb. Then if it's a hit, we got our boy, an old vintage black and white portrait of James Cameron.
Kind of looks like Jim Henson when you first printed that.
There, yeah.
Jim Henson.
But yeah, this is James Cameron.
All right. So we already know what came out. It's top of January. We've had Greenland 2, which did not do well. So I don't know. I wasn't really excited for that one. I wasn't excited for the first one, but did some business to have a sequel. 28 years later, The Bone Temple, again, didn't really, the previous film, I think came out last year, did not do so well.
No, it did. It did well.
It did
well, and it rocked. And Nia DaCosta is doing this one, and she just did Hedda, which was pretty interesting. And people are saying this one rocks too.
Okay. So you're excited for it. I'm excited for, I love this world building that they're doing. And who doesn't love Ray Fiennes? Like, super jacked.
Yeah.
So pumped for that. All right, so we're gonna do a hit or miss here. At the end, on January 16th, from Joe Carnahan, we have a Matt Damon, Ben Affleck film called The Rip. Kind of feels like The Town, kind of feels like it's what Joe Carnahan does in every movie. But so on the count of three, Danny, we're gonna say James Cameron. We're gonna do hit or bomb.
Gotcha.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
You don't feel pumped for it.
Well, it's a fascinating one. So
Okay.
go. It's probably not the best one to start with, but what we're gonna do.
Okay, well, just because of two notable A-list actors and Joe Carnahan. So
Yeah.
on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
It's a Netflix movie.
I like that. That was
There's not,
good.
it's fine. It won't be.
We won't be able to know the
canon-friendly.
numbers. He's
Yeah.
right. I don't think you're right. You know what? Yeah. How do we even know that? What that's going to happen?
Look,
It's-
they're
I
going to
think it's gonna
say
be
like,
that film. Give me that film.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's cool. They're doing a fascinating thing where Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's production company is like giving pretty much every crew member in the film some sort of like net profit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're getting back end.
Sweet.
So again, I hope it's successful. Netflix's kind of profits have been a lot less ambiguous than they used to, but for everyone that worked on that movie's sake, I hope it does well.
The last film of January, we have Sent Help by, dude, the auteur coming back, Sam Raimi, with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
It kind of looks interesting.
I mean, I'm
Sam Raimi,
fascinated to see how many theaters it even gets. It's so he's the type of filmmaker that if he's not doing a massive tentpole, like I am fascinated to see what kind of release he gets in this market.
We're into February now. The next film on February 13th that I'm like really, really excited for, like very excited, because I think it's going to be risque, is Wuthering Heights with your boy Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie. By the way, Jacob crushed it in Frankenstein. Loved him. This movie's going to be hot and steamy. I think this is going to be an interesting take on the story. I think this is going to do very, very well. I'm excited for it. I don't know about you.
It's going to be one of the biggest hits of the year.
All right, so this is not I guess it's considered a movie. It's got a release, but I'm so pumped for Baz Luhrmann's epic Elvis concert film, with the lost footage from his residency in Vegas. It looks awesome. I feel like we're getting a behind the scenes look at the King like we've never seen before. So
you and my grandpa both, man.
I know, and I'm not even a big Elvis fan, but for some reason, I think it's gonna be interesting. And then to round out the month, we have Scream 7, which it'll do business. Probably he's going with the bombs.
It's gonna. I mean,
he's throwing a bomb up.
I don't know. The Scream franchise kind of feels like it's in much like the rest of Paramount's slate in profound disarray.
All right.
I don't think it's going to do
the next one I want us to see. It's The Bride, which we mentioned before, with Maggie Gyllenhaal. We got Christian Bale. I think Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. You got Peter Skarsgård. Penelope Cruz apparently is in it. So I don't know. What are we thinking here? It's March 6th, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be awesome, but it has a massive budget and for kind of a wonky original movie where Jesse Buckley's the lead. I hope it is awesome and does well, but it seems like almost an insurmountable budget to make a profit on.
All right, we're into March. We got Hoppers, the animated film, which kind of looks funny. About you have the ability to like inhibit a animal's body, and it looked kind of fun. I think that'll be interesting. I think audiences will go see that.
Hopefully it's great. I kind of fear it's going to be like LEO 2.0, where it's like,
Yeah.
how big of an appetite is there for like original animated kids movies right now? I
Yeah.
hope a lot.
But the opposite of kids' movies is a Colleen Hoover adaptation, calling Reminders of Him. I don't know if you've seen or read or any of of her stuff. They did it. It Ends with Us, which was mega successful. But yeah, I think when Danny says you make movies for female audiences, they show up. So I'm gonna throw up the Cameron too.
Yeah.
That movie's gonna be a hit. It's got the Lord Huron song, opening up. I mean, I'm all about it. And another big March hit, we have Project Hail Mary with
God,
the
I
Goose,
hope.
the Gosling. I mean, he's
I
throwing
really
up
hope.
the Cameron.
I really hope. I'm begging for it.
I haven't seen anything yet in the trail that like really brings me in, but again, you can't discount Gosling is so good at picking his films. He's really script literate. I mean, high hopes to save humanity in Project Hail Mary. All right, we're into April. So one of my favorite voice actors, who's also an amazing live action actor, is Chris Pratt, and the Super Mario Brothers new film coming out on April 3rd. That's going to be a massive hit. The first one was so fun. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. Oh, so you think it's going to be a hit, but it's going to be bad?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, you have no soul. So then we have, what is another interesting thing coming up? We're going to have the Michael movie, which we talked about on April 24th.
It's going to be a disaster.
It's going to be a disaster. Okay, we're into May now. Probably, this is my dark horse biggest hit of the year. Maybe in terms of profitability. Devil Wears Prada 2.
It's going to make like $800 million.
It's going to make so much money. Like, who's not going to go see that movie? Who does not want to see Meryl Streep show up and go back to her, famous character in Anne Hathaway? It's going to be great.
It comes back to it. Like, if you go to the theater, for the most part, it's just like a lot of different iterations of like dudes with guns shooting people, or like heist movies or horror movies, which are all great. But again, I think this might be the year where so many of the big surprise box office hits are going to be movies made for female audiences.
Sure. Another movie that's not made for female audiences is Mortal Kombat 2 with, unfortunately, he just looks so weathered. Carl Urban, who I love, just does the trailer. It looks real bad. Real bad. Another movie that doesn't look super great is coming out in May 22nd, which we talked about. Jon Favreau is The Mandalorian and the Grogu film. Grogu? I don't even know Grogu. Again, probably something we'll see, but not super pumped for. Another surprise hit that the release date looks like it's June 5th. We have a Masters of the Universe film. Did you know that?
That's
even know what
Masters of the Universe referring to
He-Man? Are you familiar with He-Man?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we have a He-Man movie coming out. Did not know about this. I'm pumped. I mean, you don't even know He-Man.
I mean, it's fine.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. We talked about Disclosure Day. That's June 12th. That's going to be a massive Cameron. We have Scary Movie 6. Dude, they're on 6? Good for them.
Yeah, I mean,
Good
sure.
for them.
Yeah, I mean...
By the way, the Wayans brothers don't age. Have you looked at Marlon Wayans?
Yeah, I mean, I saw him in Him.
Dude, doesn't age.
Or a few months ago. He was great.
He doesn't age.
Yeah.
He looks the same. Actually, he's
pretty much
backwards. Then we have Toy Story 5, June 19th. This is the one that I think, this is going to be IP fatigue. I think you can't top 4. You ended on such an emotional note. How are we going to do 5? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean,
give me a Cameron or a bomb. What is it going to do?
No, I mean, it'll make $1 billion, but I mean, we'll see. I guess I don't think that like kid-oriented, bring the family, massive tentpole animated movies are going anywhere. Yeah, I think it'll do really well and people will like it.
We have 2 more tentpoles to round out June. The next movie is Supergirl. We're going to do it 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't see a world where...
Okay, we don't really disagree on much. That's a bummer.
Well, I think with that one, it's not...
Yeah.
It seems like it's already kind of being marketed to potentially not do very
Craig
well.
Gillespie's behind the camera. Oh, yeah. This is another hit. I slated for June 2026. I am beyond pumped for this. like really pumped. This should have been on my top 5 movies I'm excited for. Jackass 5, they're back. Dude, they're back.
Okay, yeah.
Crickets.
No, I mean, it would be cool. I don't know.
Crickets.
Like, yeah, I guess that's cool.
Then July we have Minions, Moana live action, and then obviously we can't talk. We haven't even brought this up yet, but the probably maybe the biggest film of the year is coming out on July 17th. It's The Odyssey. There's been advanced ticket sales for this. People are pumped. It is what it is. I think it's going to be epic, like epic. And I think this is the first movie shot entirely on IMAX. Is what I read. I thought I read that somewhere years ago, but apparently this is the one.
Yeah, I mean the Odyssey. I think like the question will be like, does it crack $1 billion?
In week 2?
No, I mean we'll see. I think again, I don't really know what to say about it because there isn't really much information to be had. There was that really cool like 5 or so minute scene that they previewed before. I think it was Marty Supreme. That was really cool.
But it's going to have some competition because 2 weeks later, we got Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's going to be a fun summer brawl. It's going to be Barbenheimer-ish. That's going to be interesting to see. It's only got 2 weeks with it being sort of the sole film out, The Odyssey, and then Spider-Man's going to come in. Then we're into August. We have Paw Patrol. Looks like there's an Insidious film. September, not much that I see right here. And then an October film by Alejandro, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name.
Iñárritu, I believe.
We got Tom Cruise like doing some drama.
It's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, with like that.
I don't even know what it's about.
No, I mean it should be really
it's
cool.
It's a comedy of catastrophic proportions. They're saying.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Tom Cruise play, a dramatic, real role again in an original film. I've been waiting for that for,
Then October, we got Last Airbender. We got a Street Fighter movie. November, we got Cat in the Hat. Godzilla -0. That's going to be fun in November.
Sure.
That last Godzilla film was fantastic. Or -1. And then we got Hunger Games in November. And December, Violent Night 2 by my good buddy Tommy Wirkola. That should be fun. Jumanji 3. The last 2 films of the year. This is the big one. And I think they're a week apart. We got Avengers Doomsday on December 18th. Then we got Dune 3 after on December 25th. So there's 2026 in a wrap for you. If there's any movies that we missed, I know there's a Tom Ford movie coming out. I think it's called Cry to Heaven. Any movies that you're excited to see that we didn't talk about, hit us up in the comments, email us, whatever you want to do. We want to hear from you. We're going to talk about it in one of our upcoming videos about some of the other films that we're excited for. But Danny, that's 2026. It's going to be an interesting year. I know Paramount's slate does not look great. I know you are a huge fan of that company.
Yeah, man, it's awesome, man.
It's going to be an interesting year. Danny, what are some final thoughts on 2026?
Yeah, I mean,
some bold predictions, hot takes.
I think the year will, in a lot of ways, at least the films coming out this year are mostly characterized by like pretty massive tentpole films. I think usually when that happens, again, like there's a lot of room, I think this year specifically for really cool indies to emerge. Like I'm very, very excited about kind of like some of these really cool indie directors kind of maturing into like a new space this year. Like the guy that did Dream Scenario has like a pretty big film called The Drama with Robert Pattinson and with Zendaya coming out. I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for, again, just kind of seeing potentially new movements of independent film emerge with all of this instability in the industry. And then overall, I'm hoping for a fruitful year at the box office where people are excited to go to movies.
Yeah.
We kind of, again, like the thing that I'm really scared about when it comes to movies is that it slowly starts to become a thing that is for people that are really into art and movies.
Yeah.
That's not the point of it. The point of movies is the theater specifically is supposed to be a place where everyone goes and everyone has something to watch and can be kind of engrossed in culture. I am hoping that we bring a lot more people back and retain a lot of young audiences. It's a really uphill battle, but that's like my big hope for the year.
Every time you say the word battle, I cringe. But I think that, yes, so I hope that people come back. I'd be curious to see attendance in 2026 compared to 2025. I feel like we're going to be probably close to even. I don't know if we're going to be bringing a lot of people back. I think that now with streaming really have taken over, we're going to see opening weekend, to me, doesn't really matter much anymore. It used to be a real big indicator of a film. I think we've seen over the last few years, films on opening weekend shoot up. They have no legs and drop. The Fantastic Four was a perfect example of that. I think with streaming has permanently changed how we view success. I think now movies can underperform theatrically, but the beauty of streaming is that it could explode 3 to 6 months later once it finds a home, with the audience, when people can watch it from their home. They could be culturally relevant after sort of a dormant box office, which I think is a good thing for the business. I really do. I think the facts are the facts. I looked at all the different sectors of business from COVID that were affected. Theatrical attendance has not rebounded. Actually, it's gone backwards. So where most businesses have, gotten to their pre-COVID levels. So I don't think people are coming back the way we want them to. That's unfortunate, but I don't think that means the death of films. I really do think movies are so culturally important and relevant today. And people just view them differently now. It's just the way of the world. And you got to really make a great film to kind of punch your way into the theaters, which is good. Not every film deserves theatrical release, So I'm kind of optimistic for the year. What we went through seems like some really interesting films, some big bombs, but what does feel positive for the upcoming year is that it seems like the studios are like really trying to make a bunch of films. So, or interesting films. So that's all we can hope for. What are your predictions for 2026? We want to hear from you. Are we dead on? Are we dead wrong? We'd love to know. Hit us up. And thank you so much for always watching. I'm John Schramm.
Danny Murray.
We'll see you at the theaters. Our previous 2 competition winners, The Waif in year 1 and Mob Mentality year 2, are going into production this year. Yes, in 2026, we are making 2 movies, The Waif and Mob Mentality. If you win this year, you're next. We're making your film next. So please, please, please get your screenplays ready, sharpen your pencils, get the keyboards going, get your screenplay submitted to kinolime.com, create an account, ask questions. We're here to answer anything that you have to throw our way. We want to hear from you. And I want to read your screenplay. So please go to kinolime.com, submit your screenplay, and we cannot wait to get this competition rolling.